Welcome to my YouTube channel, Family Drama Files. Please like, share, subscribe for more emotional videos.
My son looked me in the eyes on the happiest day of his life and said, "Leave now, Mom. My wife does not want you here." I smiled through the pain and walked away without saying a single word. Less than 24 hours later, my phone rang. His voice was shaking as he begged for the property papers. He thought he still had a future in my home. What I told him next changed his life forever. For years, I believed that every sacrifice I made would one day be worth it. I worked 2 jobs after my husband passed away. I sold my jewelry to pay school fees. I skipped meals so my son could have everything he needed. Every birthday, every holiday, and every important moment was built on the hope that he would grow into a kind and grateful man. As he got older, things slowly changed. He became distant. His new friends laughed at my old clothes and simple lifestyle. Instead of defending me, he stayed silent. I told myself it was only a phase. I believed the loving boy I raised was still somewhere inside him. When he announced his wedding, I was overjoyed. I spent weeks preparing a heartfelt gift. It was not expensive, but it came from years of love. I ironed my best dress and arrived early, hoping to help with anything they needed. The ceremony was beautiful until the reception began. Guests were laughing and celebrating, when my son suddenly walked over with a cold expression. Without even sitting beside me, he whispered loudly enough for nearby guests to hear, "Leave now, Mom. My wife does not want you here." The room became silent. Every face turned toward me. I looked at him, hoping he would smile and say it was a joke. He never did. His bride folded her arms and looked away as if I did not exist. I picked up my small gift and quietly walked toward the exit. I refused to argue. I refused to cry in front of everyone. As the door closed behind me, I made one promise to myself. I would never beg for a place in anyone's life again. That night, I packed away old family photographs and legal documents. Among them were the property papers for the house where my son believed he would one day live. He had always assumed it would automatically become his. The next morning, my phone rang. "Mun, I need the property papers." His voice sounded nervous. He said the bank needed them because he and his wife wanted to refinance the house for a business investment. He spoke as if nothing had happened the day before. I remained silent for a few seconds. Then I answered with 4 simple words. "You have no claim." The line went completely quiet. He laughed at first because he thought I was joking. Then he demanded an explanation. I calmly told him that months earlier, after seeing how our relationship had changed, I had updated my legal documents. The house no longer belonged to him in the future. Instead, it had been placed into a charitable family trust. That would help struggling widows and children after my lifetime. I reminded him that respect cannot be inherited. Love cannot be demanded. Kindness cannot be replaced by greed. Within an hour, he appeared at my front door with his wife. They apologized again and again. They claimed everything had been a misunderstanding. They insisted they still loved me. For the first time in years, I saw panic instead of pride. I listened quietly and then asked one question. If there were no house and no money, would you still be standing here today? Neither of them answered. Their silence became the only truth I needed. I wished them a peaceful marriage, but explained that forgiveness does not erase consequences. Some doors close forever because trust, once broken, is almost impossible to rebuild. Months later, I received a handwritten letter from my son. There were no requests for money, no mention of property, only an apology for choosing comfort over family and pride over gratitude. Whether his words came from genuine regret or painful loss, I may never know. But I finally understood something important. The greatest inheritance a parent can leave behind is not land or money. It is a character. Those who reject that gift usually lose everything else as well. The people who value you only, when they need something, will eventually reveal their true intentions. Respect given too late cannot erase betrayal. Sometimes walking away in silence becomes the strongest answer anyone can give.